Hey family, we have a new crew tier with exclusive members only polls, messages, and content. We already have some videos live, like our skeleton key reading, a spirit animal bird reading, so I'll see you on the other side of the Onyx key. Make sure you hit the join button so you can go deeper down this experience with me. Hello everyone, welcome to Onyx Earth Tarot. Everything you need to know about me is in the description box below. So we're back with another pick a card reading. It's timeless, it is love-based. We're gonna do our theme of seeing what your crush is telling their friends about you. We will be choosing cupcakes as that's something we do often, so we'll just get right into it. For those of you that are visually impaired, or if you like to choose based on me describing each pile, let's do it now. I'll also hold it up again. Pile number 1 is the lemon meringue cupcake. Pile number 2 is the peach orange flower cupcake. Pile number 3 is the gold honey cupcake. And then pile number 4 is the gold pearl mango cupcake. I'll give you a moment to make your selection. And if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. Pile number 1, my lemon meringue cupcake. Let's see what your crush is telling their friends about you. So something about alignment, feeling completely aligned, as my incense is now going straight up. I wasn't doing that before I started filming your pile, so look at you. I like to see something about alignment, okay? So for those of you that are new, I do read and channel past, present, as well as incoming energy. I do read a polarity, which means there's a light as well as a shadow. You just have to find yourself in the lesson, in the journey. Now, let's get that overview message for my lemon meringue cupcake. Let's see, what's your crush telling their friends about you? All right, that's the one. Hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. Okay, so something about work, whether it's work you do, work they do, and all of the alignment associated with it. So it could be trying to find time within your schedules, like if it's someone you're actively interacting with, right? Like if you're dating them or if you're talking to them, just getting in sync with the schedules. Or if you've been able to do that, good. They're talking about how grateful they are that you've been able to get in sync with your schedules. If this is someone that sees any work you do, you show them your work, they see how you work, they think, I heard the word, you have a lot of promise, a lot of potential, but something about your work ethic is a big topic of conversation with this person. So obviously the shadow would be when we talk about procrastination, things like that. But it just feels like this person takes great pride in kind of like bragging on you, like, oh, you know, pile 1 does a lot of great things, they're doing some great stuff, and look at that, they're starting to see some results. So that's a good message to get. Also, this person feels like whatever effort they're applying in terms of connecting with you or getting closer to you or next steps, they're really optimistic about that, and that's a topic. So yeah, a new romantic cycle begins. It feels like a person that sees you as someone, like, I keep hearing the word potential. So potential in terms of like your goals and aspirations, the things you're working on, but also as far as the alignment in terms of like a coupling. Like this is someone that would tell their friends, like, you know, I could really see it long term with pile 1. Pile 1, we're on the same page. We have similar goals. We have a similar amount of passion regarding our careers, even if they're very different. It just feels like it's a go. This person's telling their friends it's a go. I could see myself being exclusive with this person. So let me get more. My pile number 1, my lemon meringue cupcake. What is your crush telling their friends about you from my lemon meringue cupcake pile? We got strength, certain, sure. Strength also is a key indicator of patience. So your hard work is paying off with strength. Feels like someone that's willing to put in the time to get to know you, the effort, the compromise it's going to take so that you two can be closer, so that you can deepen your connection. If you're already dating, obviously, when we talk about relationships, they don't last without a healthy amount of compromise. This person's discussing that with their friends, like what it would take and the patience required to see it through long term. So I like it. Feels like someone that's all in. Feels like someone that may even be talking to people that are successfully managing their connections. Like, okay, well, how are you doing this? Like, this is what I'm looking to do with Part 1. So I like it. I like it. It feels very calm. It's a very chill energy on the table. There's not a lot of conflict. And that's why I mentioned earlier that the shadow side of this would be more of a procrastination, possibly a withdrawal of energy. It would be someone that's just not like, it's not going to work just because it's not like, it would be someone that describes the shadow side of you as too easygoing, too passive, not really worried about it. Okay. So tell me more about this pile 1. What's the crush telling their friends about pile number 1? We got a page of wands, which is being very inspired, being very passionate, being very active, right? Especially when we talk about messages and communication. Like, this person likes how reachable you are, even if you're very busy. They're like, I have pile 1 really engaged. I don't feel like for this person to be as busy as I know they are, I still feel like they're prioritizing me as best they can. Like, it's a lot. And this could also be, again, the polarity of flipping it. This person knowing they're so busy and trying to find a way to manage you as well as their responsibilities, right? So let me see more. At pile number 1, a lemon ring cupcake. The crush telling their friends about you. There's 1. 6 of Pentacles, all in. Okay, 6 of Pentacles talks about putting in all of the effort, giving you whatever you need to maintain the connection. It's someone that's like, I want to make sure that you know, the best way to describe this energy and the topics they're discussing with their friends is, this person is an acts of service lover. Like, that's, they like to give, they like to nurture, they like to make sure they're giving enough love and affection, enough time and energy. This is someone that would also give gifts. Doesn't have to be grand, could just be little trinkets. Like, they know you have a certain coffee you like in the morning, making sure that when they see you, they give you that, like things like that. They're very attentive, and if they don't seem to have the time to be as attentive as they want to, they're talking about the compromise required, how easygoing you are in reference to that. Like, everything about this is just really easygoing. Okay, so that's, again, that's why the shadow is so passive, that it's just not a realistic thing, that it's not an alignment of goals. Again, Page of Wands is go move energy. I'm very passionate about the work I do. I'm very passionate about my relationships. If there's a lack of that on your end, then this person, it's a compatibility thing that they would be discussing. Okay. All right. High Priestess. When the High Priestess steps on the table, it talks about hidden things. So that's where that shadow rears its head, where there's a lot of confusion, where there's a lack of clarity, where there's a lot of silence, right? Hard to reach. That's the shadow. But the lightest side of the pile is the all-seeing, the all-knowing High Priestess that always knows, can always anticipate things. It feels like someone you're so comfortable with that it's almost like a mind reading thing. So this person would be saying, like, pile 1, that lemon meringue cupcake. Like, I don't know how we're so aligned, like we talked about at the beginning, but we are, and we're on the same page when our schedules don't sync up. Like, it benefits us both. Like, the other day I had to tell pile 1, like, I had to cancel this thing, but it was okay because they had something else that they needed to be doing, so it was no drama. Like, that's the type of conversations. Okay. And I know I'm leading with someone you're interacting with, but that's the dominant energy of the pile. So if we're talking about a pure crush, that's someone that's just interested in you from the outside looking in, feels like a perfect match. So when they reference you to their friends, if they do, they're basically saying like, nah, I think pile one is like a really good catch. This is someone that I really want to get to know, need to get to know. Okay. And all of the other stuff is more in alignment of what could happen if you two connect deeper, right? This is where it's headed. Because remember, past, present, and incoming energy. I am looking at a deck and I have lots of time because we shortened this reading. I'll pull from this one because I don't know why. This is a message. This is something that this person will be explicitly saying to the friends. And after I get this card, we will get the love messages and your advice and close you out. For my pile one, my lemon meringue cupcake, why does this deck need to be used to describe what the crush is telling their friends? Give us a message, please. Ooh. Crystal clear. I heard those words, okay? Crystal clear and maturing energy of refined. So this person describes you as someone that is refined. They feel like you were like tailor made for them, right? Like the lightest side of this pile, this person is like everything that I want in a partner, everything that needs to be in alignment with me and the version of me that I am right now and my lifestyle. Pile one is exactly like it's gonna work perfectly. Like this person may not even be seeing you clearly because they're so excited on the lightest end about how it seems, again, tailor-made, customized just for them. Like they feel like the soulmate dropped in their lap, okay? Now, the shadow side, I mentioned a lack of refinement, needing to be polished a little more. So it could be a question of maturity. It could be a question of drive. It could be a question of energy. The shadow would be a person like, I wonder if pile one would make sense in certain settings with me, with my friends. Again, it's someone that's very relationship partner and career minded with these two here. So wondering if you're refined enough to fit in where they get in, basically. So that would be the shadow versus the lighter side. But look, the full moon is here. So the happiest side of this pile, the lightest side of this pile, this person's most excited about you is this is it. Like this is exactly the type of partner I want. Okay. So let me get me some of these left cards and then I will close you out with your advice. So my pile one, what final messages do we have about what their crush is telling their friends about my lemon meringue cupcake? All right, we've got two. Hey, listen, refine, fulfillment, everything we've already talked about. Boom, everything we've talked about. We've got love at first sight, the instant gravitational pull you two felt when first meeting lets you know that this is a soul connection. That's what they tell their friends. And then we've got quality time, which means putting the phone away and clearing your brain of anything distracting so you can ensure your partner is the number one focus. And I said someone that's trying to make sure that they can prioritize you, you can prioritize them, that you have enough time to really get to know each other or further to develop the connection. It's just a topic of, again, all of the time, all of the scheduling, all of the alignment, and just knowing that you're willing to compromise in a way necessary to make it happen. We have laughter. The laughter shared between soulmates warms the spirit in a way no quote could ever. Talks about all of that bonding and how much you enjoy each other's company, being, again, in alignment, having the same sense of humor, not taking yourselves too seriously. All of that is kind of what it is. I know the reading feels a little dry because it's no drama. It's just, this is what the person's saying. So let me get you some advice regarding the person you're asking about today. What do we want to tell this lemon meringue cupcake regarding their crush and the topic with the friends? What advice do we have? Nature. Yeah, do what feels natural. So nature does talk about going outside, right? Prioritizing this person, prioritizing just connecting with them more, experiencing them more. That's your advice. But it does say to prioritize connections where it feels natural, where it doesn't have to be all of this effort in the worst way, right? I don't mean the compromise of schedules. I don't mean the compromise of having to make sure you have time to interact with this person in a day. I mean, if you're dealing with someone on the shadow sense where there's no compatibility, you're not in alignment, like this person's career minded and you're not, or vice versa. You have a lot of passion in life, but this person doesn't. They're very dry and they're just comfortable doing nothing. Like, it feels like the shadow side of this pile, there's a question of compatibility in the worst way, because someone on the pile, whether it's you or this person, isn't refined, isn't polished enough in regards to the other's ambitions and goals and things like that. So follow what feels natural, follow what's compatible with you, where you don't have to completely change yourself as a person, where you don't have to compromise to the point where like it's just not even you, right? It feels like someone would need to pretend to be someone they're not in order for the shadow side of this to work. Hence why the lighter side is, it feels natural, lean into it, because you're both in alignment with each other, okay? In an uncanny way with the high priestess, okay? And look, I told you, this is a pile of peace. So it's a pile of peace where there may be silence on the shadow side just because it's just not a realistic thing. But there's also that lighter side where it's just everything is natural, everything is peaceful, okay? And lean into it more, all right? So that is all I have for you today, my lemon meringue cupcake. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and join the crew if you're able to. We have a lot of exclusive messages on the Onyx key tier. Thank you for watching. All right, pile number 2, my peach, orange, flower, floral, right, cupcake. Let's see what your crush tells their friends about you. And I just need to let all of you know, for those of you that are new, I read and channel past, present, as well as incoming energy. I read a polarity, which means there's a light or a shadow. Just find yourself in the lesson and the journey, okay? So let me get you an overview. We got a blue moon here. Could be relevant times. This could be this person's talking about rare opportunities, rare situations. They may be describing you to their friends as someone that is exceptionally rare in nature. That's a good thing. So tell me more about my peach, orange, flower cupcake. Give me an overview for what the friends. Ooh, some of you, it's the friends telling this person. Let's flip it, what they say. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. Some of you, the person's friends are asking them, is it realistic? And that does not have to be the shadow like it sounds. It feels like you appear to be like too good to be true. I don't know what your energy is in association with this person and their friends and how they experience you. Pisces is known to be very like that overlay of an aura where people don't see you clearly. I always use an example of like the Hollywood glamour of the filter, where every time people look at you with this lens of perfection, that's like the topic. So some of you, this person's friends, are like, I don't know about Pal 2. That might be, maybe try somewhere else that might be a little step above for you. Like it's not, I don't want to say that it's friendly, but it doesn't seem like this person's friends are like, there's no way you're getting at Pal 2. That's kind of the vibe a little bit. So let me see. Tell me more about peach, orange, flower, cupcake, Scorpio. Yes, time to release negativity. So while there's at least one friend on the table that this person's talking to that's not, that they're very much a pessimist. They're like, I don't know about Pal 2. Aim somewhere else so that you don't get your feelings hurt. There's also another friend that's like, well, I think if you listen to this one, or if you keep being negative on yourself, you'll never know. Hence the balance, spirituality, and practicality. Like, I think it's realistic if you believe, like, I don't want to say believe in yourself, but like if you approach Pal 2 with a positive mindset, if you're a real person, if you're nice and you do it the right way, I think this person could be interested in you. But how do you know unless you ground and see? So this is more friends that are aware that this person's interested in you. So I don't know if maybe you know the friends, the friends are aware of you in some way, specifically for this pile. So let me pull more. Let me see what's going on. My peach, orange, flower, cupcake. What are your crush friends saying about you? I don't know why I flipped it for this pile. It's definitely the friends talking more. This might be more of a quiet person because the friends are talking more. Like, they have a lot to say. Because even on the negative side, the friends that are not friendly about it, they're like, well, I mean, you're either going to do it or you're not. Doesn't matter what I say, right? So, Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, so Ten of Pentacles talks about like family. It talks about community. So like this person may have like a larger friend group. Could be a member of the family. Like, you know how people are like best friends with like their siblings or like their cousins. Even parents, things like that can end up on the table. But it just feels like someone's words this person's really taking to heart. We've got 2 water signs on the table, which talks about our emotions and how we process them and the feelings. So whatever it is that keeps being said and it's feeling like it's coming from the friends or people to this person versus them saying it, right? It feels like something that's stirring their feelings. So let me see. Let me get another one. I even heard the words, yeah, that would be great if you're confident enough to interact with pile 2 because it feels pure crush. And if it goes somewhere, that definitely would be someone like of high quality that you should definitely like start a family with for sure. So that's the topic. So tell me what else? What's the conversation between this crush and their friends for my peach, orange, flower, cupcake? Moon. Yeah, Moon is lunar energy, right? So it rules the sign of Cancer and the 4th house. And I mentioned this person's friends, maybe family members, like people that are close to within their family or that have been around long enough to be considered family, okay? Now, the moon rules maternal figures. So we could be talking about maternal figures in their family. We could also be talking about how this person perceives you and how the people they're talking to perceive you as someone that would really be a mature option for them. It feels like a conversation of you being a mature option, especially if you're feminine in nature. Like you're seen as someone that absolutely should be someone that anyone would want to start a family with, have a family with, expand their family with. Okay, because that's what this is. This feels like a combination of someone that's described as possibly a good homemaker, someone that would just be really good with nurturing children, someone that would be just good in a household. Okay, so I don't know why that's a huge topic, especially if we're talking crush and that early on, but that's what's on the table. So we will just see. Tell me more about what this crush and the friends are saying about this peach, orange, flower, cupcake. Look at me. Well, I'm glad I dropped it because it fell in reverse, which is good, right? There's a lot of nerves and anxiety of the 9 of Swords. So what I like to see about this is there's definitely the most dominant energy on the table with this person talking is someone talking them up. Like, I think you need to go for it, or I think you need to stop being so down on yourself. I don't know what that's all about. There's someone else saying like, release the negativity, stop being stressed out. I think you should just see, or are you worried? Like, so for example, if you're asking about someone you're already connected with, I don't know if they're seeing signs. I don't know as they get to know you if they're more intimidated, but they are not optimistic necessarily about a future. Like, they're hopeful and like they would love to be with you long term, but something about their interactions with you feels like it's knocking their confidence in a way where they're like, I don't know if pile 2 is gonna, like, I'm worried that they're eventually going to move on because I don't know if I'm up to par with their expectations and what they want. Okay? Like, that's kind of what it feels like. Now, someone on the table, whether it is friends that are like family, family members, maternal figures on the table saying, you know, I think you're selling yourself short, right? I think how to likes you a lot or could like you. You have a lot to offer and you won't know unless you see, or you won't know unless you stop being this way and lean into getting to know them beyond judging yourself for every interaction you have. Does that make sense? That's the topic. So let's see what's at the bottom. Got the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, for sure. So some of you, this person may be talking to a more mature feminine. Like I mentioned, maternal figures. Doesn't have to be just that. You could be this energy, as I mentioned, a polarity, right? So if this feminine energy is you, and it could be you as well as someone they're talking about, you two, they see you as, again, the end all be all, like a lens of perfection, especially when we talk about feminine energy. It's someone that could be describing you as divine feminine in nature. Even if they don't know the labels, the description would be something people that know those labels would align with that energy. Okay, so I'm going to pull clarifications here. Let's clear this up. What's my pile number two's crush telling their friends about them? On my peach, orange, flower, cupcake. Let's get some clarity here for what this crush is saying, what's being said to the crush, and how it applies to pile number two. Communication. Lots of communication on the table for sure. It says a conversation is on the horizon. Someone is planning to reach out. Be ready to express yourself. So, I mean, this is someone that may want to talk about whatever negatively they may be feeling. Feels like someone that, in the most crush sense, if they have been doubting themselves, they're going to just go for it and see. And then what else? There we go. We got to break up. That shadow is still here, right? If this person can't get over however they're feeling, I could definitely see an ending of something. So if this is someone that's like, if you're picking this with the intention, like, okay, what's this person saying to their friends? What the friends saying to them? Why are they acting funny? Is because something's not, it doesn't feel realistic, okay? And the shadow doesn't even have to be, oh, this person thinks you're great. It could truly just be whatever weird incompatibility they feel in their experiences with you. So let's say you've been dating this person and you've been talking to them, and the more they hear you talk, they're like, well, what you're describing and what you want is nothing like what I can give, or nothing like my life or my lifestyle. Obviously, why waste your time and theirs? Because you're not getting what you're looking for in a connection with them, right? It could be too serious too quickly for them. It could be just unattainable goals. Just in general, when we talk about being practical, balance spirituality and practicality, you may have certain desires for your partner that this person is not. And even if they're a work in progress, quote unquote, like even if they eventually end up with those types of things, then this, because 10 of Pentacles could be someone that, when we talk about spirituality and practicality, it could be someone that's like, I only date people that do X, Y, and Z. I want to live a certain lifestyle, right? Like, so an income of X is a minimum that would make sense for me and a life I want to experience with my partner and my children. If you know someone's career does not align with that, then it's not realistic, right? So be cognizant of who you're asking about, because that's going to determine where you are in this spectrum. Now, what I like here is pure crush. This is someone that's trying to figure out if you're single, right? They're like, I need to know if pile two is available in any sense. Like, are they single? Are they not? So let me get something else. One more. What else is this crush talking about with their friends? Okay, we got two. Explore and harvest. It says take a ride and explore new scenery or each other's thoughts. and you've planted the seed that the universe gave you due to your patience and growth. You are now able to enjoy the fruits of your labors. This person's, if this is pure crush and they don't even like talk to you, interact with you, they're going to try to fill you out. Right? Like, especially if they know that you were like dating around and stuff like that. It like, oh, whatever happened to such and such that you were talking to? Oh, you're not talking to them anymore. And be like really excited, like, oh, okay, maybe we should go do something. Like, that's kind of the energy I see with this person, because they're gonna feel you out until they get the green light to go straight in for asking for the date, asking to spend time with you, because this is someone that wants to spend time with you. I don't get a vibe of this is someone that wants to ask you for your number and talk. This is someone that's like, yeah, give me your number, but like, I want to set something up soon to go do something. Okay? So, and that's my purest crushes for sure. Watch it on the shadow where you're connected already, because again, I see communication regarding a breakup, someone wanting to explore something more fulfilling. You see that? I didn't make that up. That's how it laid out. So that's the thing on the table. So let me see. And yes, see, that shadow was here. So you or your partner may be annoyed right now. Give each other space to cool off to avoid more arguments, especially if it's been a lot of bickering and arguments and confusion. The releasing negativity could very much be the friend saying like, you need to just leave that alone and let Pal 2 go. I realize that may be the beginning of the messages where there was one friend that was not friendly or optimistic about the connection. Could be those of you where you're already attached and this person seeing red flags, whether, I mean, if this is this person's friend, they may be seeing red flags, perceived red flags with you. I'm not saying you are a red flag, but this person would interpret it as such due to whatever incompatibility. There's nothing wrong with you. But if there's an incompatibility with you and a friend, then obviously the other friend is like, you are going to get your feelings hurt. You're going to hurt this person's feelings, because it's just not going to work. That would be a shadow of a topic. Okay? Now, on my lighter side, there is that one friend or person that's like, you talk to Pal 2 when you're going to talk to Pal 2. Did you ask Pal 2 on a date? Did you reach out to Pal 2? Pestering, keep asking about when they talk to you. Did they talk to you? Are they going to do it? You're going to miss your chance. That's a really like a pestering energy of, you keep saying you're interested in Pal 2. I keep seeing you be interested in Pal 2, but you're not really doing what you need to be doing, like, right, to get in front of Pal 2. So let me get you some advice. And we'll close you out. My Pal 2, my peach orange flower cupcake. What advice do we have for my Pal 2? This one. Self-care. You know, this is the lighter and the shadow. So I mentioned the lighter side of this person seeing you as exceptional and good. So keep doing that. Keep prioritizing yourself and your self-care and all of the things that make you you, because that's what's pulling this person in. That's why the friends think you're so great in the lighter sense. The shadow side is you need to prioritize your self-care. You need to prioritize your wants, your needs. Some of you, and it's not you specific, I see it all the time with people. Sometimes you're attracted to someone, so you try to fit a certain mold. So don't do that. Like, don't ignore incompatibilities because you're having feelings or catching feelings for somebody, because down the line that's not going to benefit you, right? Because it sounds like there are things that are out of alignment with desires and long-term goals and whatnot for some of you in this pile. And if that is the case, then don't ignore that, because literally your advice is self-care. What's going to benefit you long term, and how do you see yourself in this connection long term or as this progresses? Because listen to this person. When we talk about communication, right? Balance the spirituality and practicality. Like, really hear what this person says, what they want long term. Do they want children? Do they not want children? Where do they want to go in their career? How does that affect you and yours? Things like that. I just want you to be a little more attentive to, because I see it on my table, okay? So let me see what's at the bottom. What else? Growth. Yeah, so you need to prioritize your self-care, your growth. The right partner will align with that. Okay? Doesn't have to be this person, okay? And that's the shadow. The lighter side is keep growing, keep prioritizing self-care, because that's what attracted this person in the first place. You don't need to do anything but keep being you, and keep elevating in that way that you have been. Okay, so that is all I have for you today, my pal number 2. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and join the crew if you're able to. We have a lot of exclusive messages on the Onyx key tier. Thank you for watching. All right, pile number 3, my gold honey cupcake. Let's take a look at what your crush tells their friends about you. So for those of you that are new, I read and channel past, present, as well as incoming energy. I do read a polarity, which means there's a light as well as a shadow. You just have to find yourself in the lesson, in the journey. It's important to these readings that you know that, okay? So let me get you an overview so we can see what's going on with this gold honey cupcake. So we can see what your crush is telling their friends about you. My gold honey cupcake. Okay, you got 2. Look at you. All right, let me see. Do not let the past hold you back. Listen, I don't know what's going on, if there's any history with this person. It does not have to be a chaotic ex, but if you have one, maybe you're asking about them. Could be, okay? But whatever history you have with this person, platonic or just in passing, the conversation with the friends is like, I'm not going to do what I did last time, or maybe I should just, like after reflecting on whatever happened historically, they're like, yeah, I'm not going to let my past hold me back for sure. I'm going for pile 3. All right. So let me see. This is going to give us a little more clarity on what that means. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's straightforward. Like, listen, I'm not going to do what I did last time. When I see pile 3, I'm going to make my move. I'm going to get that number, ask them on that date. Next time I talk to them, I'm not going to hesitate on asking them when I'm going to see them. That's the thing. Okay. So love to see it here. Very, very clear. I'm not going to make the same mistakes I made in my previous connections as I was dating other people. That's the topic. So personal issue reaches resolution is also on the table like that. If there's any troubled history, this person's like, nah, we're resolving that. We have resolved that. I'm not going to do that again. Okay. And that's for sure. So if you're asking about a crush, that's a pure crush. It's a clear confirmation of this is someone that is very clearly interested in you, and they've communicated with at least one person as Libras one-on-one partnerships that they're interested in you very clearly. Okay. So tell me more about this gold honey cupcake. Let's see. Okay, I'll take these because I don't know why they're moving in that way. So, what is this? 4 wands. Yeah, I mean, it's very clear. It's like, no, I can see myself marrying pile 3. I could see, like, this is where I'm going with pile 3. If this person is planning on seeing you at some type of gathering of some type of wedding or something like that, that's the topic, because there's definitely a wedding on my table. So that could be a conversation, whether it's somewhere they're going to see you, whether that's long-term what they're thinking. 4 Wands also talks about a new home. So this person's talking about having a home with you, or what getting a home should look like, referencing you. So for example, let's say you're dating someone and they've just been living a single life. They live alone. They have a thing, like their home is very single, right? They're like, nah, as it gets more serious with pile 3, I'm going to have to like up my ante. We're going to need like a home because we're going to be a couple. That's the thing. Okay. And 9 of Pentacles. Yeah. When we talk about that really single energy, watch the shadow, because when we talk about the conflict, the resolution of said conflict could be just to go back to being single. I see that very clearly. and it feels like a decision that this person would think would be for the best. This should just go back single. Everything else though, where we're talking about someone that's wanting to proceed further, they feel like a person. I don't know why it's so certain. Everything on the table is just a lot of certainty. So tell me more about this certainty regarding this crush telling their friends about my pile number 3. My gold honey cupcake. Why is this person so certain? 6 of Cups. Something about the past. More energy, Cancer-based energy. Let us see could be relevant. So I don't know. We got the single energy in the past. So I mean, the shadow is what it is. But the Chariot talks about home and family. It talks about where we're most comfortable. And you know, that makes sense because this person being so certain, it's due to their comfort, right? It's due to what makes sense. So watch it, because another shadow could be someone that's just so comfortable that they're like, yeah, I'm not going anywhere. Why would I? Regardless of anything else, right? So let me see what's at the bottom. 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, so that is a loss. That is lack energy. So let me see. You know, in the lightest, it's like, you know, everything. I didn't realize that pile 3 was missing until I got my hands on a pile 3. Right? It feels like this person's describing you as someone that makes their life very easy. Like they feel very comfortable. And it's like, I'm not gonna make mistakes I made in the past, whether with you or with other people, because they're like, I got a good thing going with pile 3, for better for worse, right? Whether it's just them very comfortable and liking the things you do for them, or if it's because they genuinely find value in the connection and they're certain, they're sure, right, that you're the one for them. That's what's here. So I'm gonna do what I didn't do. Wow, we bleed through this pile. Let me get from this deck really quick, because it's straightforward. It's like, I'm certain this is who I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with. I'm certain I'm gonna leave it alone, or I'm certain I'm gonna stick it out with this person because I'm very comfortable. Why wouldn't I? Got a good thing going. Incoming energy of refine. I'm gonna put it back. It is the 3rd card. You are the 3rd pile. If you picked a different pile, I get it. But this is a deck that cleansed, and the fact that this came out again, it lets me know that if you came from that other pile, definitely your confirmation. All right, so let me get one for my pile 3. What is this crush telling their friends? What do we need to tell my crushes for my pile number 3? Come on, give me something. Let's see. We'll go with this one. Y'all, I definitely, okay, we'll pull another one, because this card is haunting us. The word refine is a topic. How refined are you? How refined does this person consider you to be? Especially if you pick both of those piles, it's a thing, okay? So let me just, I'll grab another one just to see. Give me a second one. Awareness. Okay, so the awareness, the self-awareness is a thing. So at the bottom here, I have expansion. Their ability to expand. Awareness and refinement is affecting some sort of expansion. So this person's, okay, 5 of Pentacles is a loss. It is being out in the cold. It is traditionally a poverty card. It talks about debts, right? It talks like it does talk about where we lose out. So something about the topic is on the shadow, something about you losing out, or this person losing out as a result of some sort of lack of refinement. Because I tried to put it back, it would not go back. So something about being refined is a huge deal, and the awareness of needing to know that where you need to be refined is a topic. And it doesn't have to be you. It could be this person. We mentioned don't let your past hold you back. So the topic could be where this person knows they need to become more refined in reference to connecting with you deeper, right? Because that's a huge topic. Let me get some more clarity. Some of you, the lightest side is, again, didn't know they needed a pile 3 until they got their hands on a pile 3. Like this, the type of partner that they need, they feel like they're going to want, whether it's conversations you have, the way you live, things that they learn from you, whatever it is, it just feels like they're like, nah, I definitely needed a partner like pile 3. Like I didn't even know I needed this here. Okay. And that awareness of where they lack and where you're benefiting them, helping them become more refined and helping them expand. Okay. This person sees you as very, very valuable to their journey overall. When we talk about the conversations they're having with their friends. So you're either really benefiting their journey, would benefit their journey, or they find you a hindrance to it. That's the two sides. And I don't know that there's an in-between here. It's one or the other, okay? So gold, honey, cupcake, all that. We'll take all of that. Control issues. Yeah, confirmation. Control issues in the lighter sense is someone that has a handle on things, that have things under control, okay? Now the shadow is control issues. In the worst way, right? Because it says by trying to control the situation, you'll only slow down your answered prayers. Let the divine take the lead. When we talk about someone that's very aggressive and pushy, right? That could be a topic. But I do see love at first sight on my table. So the instant gravitational pull you two felt when first meeting let you know that this is a soul connection, especially my peer crushes. This person's describing you as that. We do have inner fears. As you face your inner fears, you recognize what is holding you back from attracting a healthy and loving relationship with others and yourself. And I'm telling you, the lighter side of this pile is someone that's like, yeah, I'm seeing so much in me that's making me a better person through my relationship with pile 3, or vice versa. And it feels like someone may be learning from past mistakes and things like that, or needing to. Okay. Especially if it's been an issue in the connection. Okay? Law of attraction. We attract what we are. Use the law of attraction to manifest your perfect match by being the perfect match with yourself first. Perfect partner, right? So my lightest end of the spectrum is literally the type of partner. If this person is the type to pray or manifest, like this is exactly what they were looking for. Like they feel like they got exactly what they asked for, everything they'd hoped for in a partner, which is why there's all this certainty on the table. And then again, that polarity that is the opposite is they feel like they've attracted the worst version of themselves. Like they may see some of their worst qualities mirrored in you and they don't like it, right? Like they're seeing their shadow through you and it's creating a 5 of Pentacles experience, but potentially in the connection, or they've noticed some habits, things like that, where it would happen that way, okay? Let me get your advice and close you out. Pay attention to that refinement. That's a huge thing with the topic of the friends, whether they feel like they need to be more polished, whether they feel you need to be more polished. It's a topic, okay? So tell me, give me some advice for pile 3, my gold, honey, cupcake. 2. It's going to be regarding this 5 of Pentacles. So if the 5 of Pentacles is you and you know that's a topic this person would be discussing with their friends, prioritize that. Prioritize your personal situation and things like that, just because we have stepping into your power along with growth. So attraction, prioritize any of your manifestations. I can see some of you here on the table where that's your thing. I have readings on my channel, but step into your power and keep growing as a person if this refinement is you, okay? If that's what you need to be doing, then definitely prioritize that. We have speak your truth. So make sure you're clear in your needs. Make sure you're clear in your expectations, okay? especially when we talk about the refinement being this person. If that's them, speak your truth. Be very clear about what you expect to see in terms of growth in the connection, especially when we talk about long-term plans, right? Don't let this person be wishy-washy with you. Step into your power, even if that means stepping out alone, okay? But overall, it just feels like keep going, keep pushing. If some of you do work where communication is a huge thing, prioritize that. I see you growing, evolving in that sense, especially when we talk about that Five of Pentacles, if that's you, okay? So that is all I have for you today, my pile number 3. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and join the crew if you're able to. We have a lot of exclusive messages on the Onyx Key tier. Thank you for watching. Alright, pile number 4, my gold pearl mango cupcake. Let's take a look at what your crush is telling their friends about you. So for those of you that are new, I read and channel past, present, as well as incoming energy. I do read a polarity, which means there's a light as well as a shadow. You just have to find yourself in the lesson and the journey. So let's take a look. I'll get you an overview for my gold pearl mango cupcake. Let's see. What is this person saying to their friends? You know, I don't want both. Gold pearl mango cupcake. If this is a crush that you rejected, they're mentioning that because I put those cards back for a reason, okay? Tell me more. What's going on? Okay, fine, there's 2. There's 2. You and your loved ones are safe. Prosperity lies ahead. Okay. Balance spirituality and practicality. There's an issue with priorities. I don't want to say issue, but it just sounds like there's something about priorities. Let me pull more because I'm not sure why it's like that. So, you know, some of you, this person may not be talking to their friends about you, right? Like that may be a thing. It could either be an avoidance in the shadow sense, or they're just not talking to their friends about you because Pisces energy can be a little bit private. And when we see the words you and your loved ones are safe and prosperity lies ahead, it feels like someone that's kind of prioritizing their assets, their stability, the things that's going to benefit them long term, right? Especially if there's something going on with a family member or a loved one, that seems to be where their focus is, okay? So let me see. We'll still get it, like, because 2 of Wands does talk about planning and looking ahead. So maybe this person's not necessarily talking to their friends about you. They're just planning, looking ahead towards their future and where you know there's mutual interest. They're looking ahead to where they can act on that. So let me, tell me, pile 4. What is this crush telling their friends about pile 4? Tell me more about this energy that's on my table. High Priestess. You know, feels like someone that's very private about you and the connection where there is one. And if they're just interested and there's mutual interest, it feels like someone that's more likely to keep it to themselves until it's real. Like they're interested in you, right? They're very interested in you, but they may be prioritizing other things. And on top of that, they just don't tell people their business like that. That's what it feels like. So what is this? Got the 9 of Pentacles. Someone that may not have many friends, or again, they like to keep their business to themselves, because 9 of Pentacles is very independent energy. So even if this person has friends or a lot of friends, it will be people that are close, they're close with, friends through family members, friends that are like family. But it's not like they're not telling their friends because they are private. They keep their business to themselves, and they also do seem to be prioritizing just their business anyway, like their stuff, right? So I don't know what you're asking me about, but they're private. So no, they're not telling their friends. They are single. If you're asking about a real crush, right? They're single. Let me get another card and see what's going on with pile 4. I like that it came through like that. It keeps me an honest reader. Every pile is not gonna be like, oh, this person's saying that, right? So tell me about this gold pearl mango cupcake. What is this person telling their friends about my pile 4? One more, please. Thank you. Okay, 2. Whatever this is in my hand, this is an incoming reference to that. So this could be what this person will or would tell their friends, or deeply incoming that's going to impact this message. You got the 6 of Wands, victory, success. So again, I mentioned this person prioritizing comfort, safety, whatever it is regarding family. This person's prioritizing their prosperity. 6 of Wands is where that comes to fruition. It's where we're celebrated, where there's praise. It's recognition. It's all of the success we get awarded for, right? So what is this incoming in association with that? We got a King of Wands. So this person gets more boastful with success. So as this person becomes more secure, more stable, more successful, they become a little more outgoing, a little more boastful, a little more, I would say the word confident, right? That's a lighter expression of that. So they're not likely to be telling their friends anything that's going on with them. I don't know if this person's in a low period or if they're just in a hustle, bustle, build era, but like they're really quiet when they're in that energy. And once they see success, once they see prosperity, that's when they're more likely to brag and start talking, right? Like that's this person's personality. This one's, I guess these 2 are screaming at us. So let's see, the 9 of Swords and the Knight of Wands. So yeah, for sure, if we've got someone that's in a developmental era, they're not talking to their friends because they're active, build. They're very anxious about whatever that is. And once they graduate, I guess, from Knight to King, not gender specific, that's when you're more likely to get that 6 of Wands, talking to their friends and things like that. So I guess come back and pick a pile from one of these other ones, or if I have one in the future, once this person's doing a little bit better. If you're asking about a current partner, if you're asking about a crush, they got a lot going on. We got a transition, we got death. Like some of them may actually be dealing with some sort of a loss, like in the family or something. Like it's a lot going on. So no, they're not talking to their friends about you. They're in transition, they're in harvest, they're in build. So let me see, how is this person feeling? We're going to pivot because I want to get you some answers, right? What's this crush feeling about my pile 4, despite all that they've got going on? How is this person feeling about pile 4? Yeah, we're going to pivot. Okay, this one's screaming at me. This one's screaming at me. And we'll take the bottom. Freedom. When we can be our truest selves, we are then able to freely love. It feels like someone that is interested in you could be interested in you. They just have so much going on. They're preoccupied at the moment. Okay. So again, when we can be our truest selves, we are then able to freely love. It doesn't feel like this person has the space. There's concerns about safety, possibly health with family members, prosperity, building something, working on something, prioritizing other things. It feels, I mean, you're getting your confirmation that the person you're asking for is in fact single. If you're asking about someone that you're dating, interested in, no, like they're not prioritizing other people. I did get a wave of that when I kept trying to pull 2 cards. You're like, are they trying to be with 2 people? They're dealing with me and somebody else. Did they stop dealing with me to pursue someone else? None of that is the case. This person's got a lot of things that have nothing to do with love on the table that they are prioritizing. But if they were open and in the space to be connecting with someone, they could very much so be with you. Okay, we got higher self, right? Look, see, no matter how dark or muddy your path may be, trust the guidance of your higher self. So trust your intuition when it comes to this person. I'm not talking about paranoia. I mean intuition. If you know you're dealing with someone that's got a lot going on, feels like someone that's even connecting with spirit just due to their circumstances currently. And we've got children are a significant factor in your love life. This may signify the desire of them or someone's inner child needing attention. All of this is prioritizing the self and personal journey energy. The only shadow where we know this is someone it's not going to work with is if this is someone that doesn't want children and you do. That's why we have all the silence. If you know they want children and you don't, that's the silence. Something could be going on with someone's children that they need to prioritize, which will always come first. So that's something to consider. Okay. And we got communication. A conversation is on the horizon. Someone is planning to reach out. Be ready to express yourself. It's not someone that will talk about you. It's someone that would talk to you. Okay. All right. And I mean, I'll give you a keyword because I don't want to leave you like that. Give me, what else can we tell my powerful about this crush? Manifest. Yeah, I mean, incoming energy of manifestation. They're prioritizing their manifestation, right? They're not sitting idle thinking, talking with other people, right? Because reflect talks about thinking. It kind of showed its head in reverse, which we'll take it in reverse right now since it's channeled that way. This is someone that's go move. Knight of Wands is go move. King of Wands is somebody that's moving after they sprinted. Now they're jogging past the finish line of the Six of Wands. Like, it's a lot of active energy. This person's way too busy manifesting, right? And I don't mean like praying, hoping, manifesting. I mean building, right? Active in a 3D. So they probably don't even have time to talk to their friends, if that makes sense, based on what all I see on the table. So let me get your advice. We'll close you out. Self-care. Yes. Prioritize what's going on with you, right? It's my second time today with that. Prioritize what's going on with you. Share your gifts. Prioritize your manifestations. Letter S could be relevant now. As this person, it feels like this person's got a lot going on in their life and they're single. Feels like you have a lot that you could be doing. Self-care, share your gifts. That's what you need to be prioritizing, okay? Not saying don't worry about this person. Like, if you're friends with this person, check on this person. They got a lot going on, so I would check on them if I was their friend. But don't be so one-dimensional, one-sided in your perspective. You can prioritize yourself and your stuff while also being interested in pursuing this person. But make sure that you're not fixing your perspective to the point where you're like assuming things about this person. Yeah, look at us, we're shifting. You're assuming things about this person because they're prioritizing themselves. So don't do that. Make sure you do the same, okay? All right. So that is all I have for you today. My pal number 4. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. If it resonated for you, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and join the crew if you're able to. We do have a lot of exclusive messages on the Onyx key tier. Thank you for watching.